This bulletin is brought to you by Good Morning Pihalia. Enjoy the warmth and indulge in the deliciousness.
Good morning, good morning.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Former Premier Najib Abdul Razak's wife Rosmah Mansor arrived at the Jalan Duta Court complex at around 8:30 a.m. today. Dressed in an orange baju kurung, she was seen accompanied by her lawyer K. Kumara Endran. Rosmah was arrested by the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission yesterday evening. 10 minutes later, Najib arrived at the court greeted by his supporters who had gathered in front of the building to show support for both him and his wife. Najib was brought to the High Court for the case mention of his abuse of power, criminal breach of trust and money laundering charges. Rosmah was charged with 17 counts of laundering the proceeds of unlawful activities this morning. She has claimed trial to all charges. The Sessions Court has set November 8th for its next mention. Rosmah is being charged under Section 4, Subsection 1 of the Anti-Money Laundering, Anti-Terrorism Financing and Proceeds of Unlawful Activities Act 2001, otherwise known as AMLATFA. Sessions Court Judge Azura Alwi set bail at 2 million ringgit with two sureties. 500,000 ringgit of the sum must be paid by today, while the rest of the balance by October 11th. Rosmah has to also surrender her passports and refrain from contacting any witnesses or potential witnesses. Senior lawyer Muhammad Shafi Abdullah, who is representing Najib, is prepared to meet the authors of bestseller book Billion Dollar Whale to debate about what his client Najib Razak knew about the incoming funds to the latter's personal account. Shafi said the authors are not lawyers and hence they do not know the difference in a legal context.
I have read the Billion Dollar Whale. Okay? I would recommend you to read the DOJ report, Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, because that's more clinical. The Billion Dollar Whale was written for purposes of a movie. Okay? We have asked him, somebody has asked him specifically, you remember during his press conference, do you have evidence, do you have document that can hold up in court to show the guilt of people like Jolo, Datuk Seri Najib and so on? The author only said this. He says, I'm not the prosecutor, don't ask me. So I don't understand what he's talking about when he makes references. In most part of his book, I have read it 3 times. In most part of the books, he in fact actually confirmed that Datuk Seri Najib was misled by people like Jolo and some Arab connection of Jolo.
Shafi also hopes that the protagonist of Billion Dollar Whale, Low Tek Joe, will show up to the case involving his client, explaining that Low will be able to provide meaning and context to millions of documents. In August, Low and his father, Low Hock Peng, were charged in absentia in Malaysia over money allegedly stolen from One Malaysia Development Berhad. Joe Low's location is still unknown as of now, with speculation rife that he is in China.
I hope Jolo turns up because we can find out the truth. Because there's a lot of documents. You have millions of documents, but you don't have human beings giving evidence so that they can give meaning and context to the documents. So if you have witnesses, I suppose it cut both ways. It can be good for the prosecution, it can be good for the defense. I'm sure of that.
6 firemen perished yesterday night during a freak accident that happened while a rescue operation was being carried out. The fire and rescue personnel aged between 25 and 34 are believed to have drowned during the operation as they were searching for a missing teenager in a disused mining pond in Taman Putra Perdana, Puchong. Fire and Rescue Department or FRD Director General Muhammad Hamdan Wahid said today that the department has found out that all of them had complied with standard operating procedures and said, quote, if it was a planned task, they would have called it off, but the task involved the search of a human being. Prime Minister Dr. Mahathir Mohamad expressed his condolences.
Itu tragedi yang menyedihkan. Kita belum tahu kenapa 6 orang tenggelam dalam satu usaha untuk menyelamatkan seorang yang hilang. Jadi kita harap dengan adanya latihan-latihan yang lebih berkesan, disaster macam ini tidak akan berlaku.
So will there be assistance to the family?
Yes, we will look into that.
Do you have any word for the family of the victim and also all the saviors?
Well, we we feel this is a tragic accident, and we must ask the family to be sabar, because accidents will happen. We hope that it will never happen again, and I send my condolences to the family.
The new National Car Project is expected to roll out its first model before the year 2020, said Entrepreneurial Development Minister Mohammad Ridzuan Yusof. He said the semi-autonomous car was being planned to enter the global market and would cater to the demand from young people. He said the project would be fully funded by the private sector with the help of several government ministries. Asked whether this project was feasible given the short time for completion, Mohammad Ridzuan said the project would use the latest technology, explaining that it would be, quote, 100% disruptive technology and would not follow conventional car manufacturing methods. Malaysia's first multi-grains brand. The champion is Good Morning. And that is all for today's bulletin, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to like, share, comment, follow and subscribe. I'm Daniel Anthony. Thank you for watching.